The Nerd Chat, an Xbox podcast.
Is a podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. Hosted by three BFFs, Daddy Diwali, Chipotle Bear, and Bubble Boy and Seven.
And new intern, X-Bacon Gamin'.
This is Cortana. And remember, don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it. As always, Spartans, see you online.
Oh, hello. Daddy Diwali here, and welcome to The Nerd Chat, an Xbox podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. Joining me, as always, is the assistant to the co-host, Chipotle Bear. Chipotle Bear, how are you?
I am great, man. It has been a great week of gaming news. I can't wait to get into it. And I've been playing a brand new game that I am super psyched to talk about. So happy to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
And joining us, as always, the assistant to the co-host, Bubble Boy and Seven. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. I can already feel the blood flowing to my neck and nether spinal region perfectly.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Joining us as always, or actually making his return, the new intern to the Nerd Chat, X-Bacon Gamin'. How are you?
I'm a little conflicted, boys. I want to support a member of this panel, a new friend of mine. I want to support Chance in his endeavors with the Kansas City Chiefs, but I'm just not sure my fandom will allow me to cheer for that team.
What?
So I think I'm gonna have to go with Buffalo. Yeah.
Okay, somebody mute him immediately. Bacon, by the way, we can barely hear you. Is your gain?
really?
How are you gonna hate Buffalo? Everybody loves Buffalo.
Yeah, exactly.
You get canceled if you talk
They're
back
the
right
not
now.
underdogs right now. I'll tell you that.
I don't know.
Yeah, Buffalo is the winner.
I don't know. Anyway, guys, let's jump into the show with some quick shout outs. Huge XRT shout out to X-Bacon Gamin' on YouTube. He said, "Great show, guys. Dan, the format and pacing were great. What a way to kick off rebranding. 2023 is the year of the Nerd Chat." Well, I don't know how to take this, guys. I can't tell if this intern is sucking up or maybe somebody else wrote this under his account, but Bacon, thank you for the kind words.
I think he's just doing his job. I appreciate it.
All me.
And huge XRT, speaking of Bacon, to Nell Jared on YouTube. Good show. Thanks for addressing the Microsoft Union situation in such a positive way. You guys are all so awesome. Well, thank you very much, Nell. And for those of you who don't know, yes, that is Bacon's wife. So shout out to Nell for supporting the show.
And I was going to say, she's got to get an award for first wife watch.
She watched the entire thing.
That has to be
very true.
Yeah, she told me at work too. And I was like, thank you now.
I don't know. Can we send her a sticker or something?
Oh, I'll get her
impressive.
some stickers.
Yeah, that's
very
super
true.
I don't think I could pay my wife to watch it.
Yeah, Allie will watch, she's like, just skip to the best food part and then that's about it. And then that's all she'll do. So
nice. That's
shout
a start, man.
out
Baby
to
steps.
Nell. And then a huge TNC shout out to Mike XBG. I wonder what that stands for on YouTube. Nice job, fellas. Gonna need some D4 news. And I think Chance, you responded to that D4. Have you heard of this game?
I did. Is he talking about Dark Dreams Don't Die?
It came out on an Xbox One launch game. I'm not really sure what's
yeah.
That's Deja Vu. You've been at a party with him before, Dan.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
Diablo,
shout out to Deja Vu. Deja Vu returned his Xbox Series X. It bricked on him playing Cyberpunk, I believe, and he's just all aboard the PC Master Race. Bacon built him the Megadesk PC, so
yeah, can't ever be upset with that.
We miss you, Deja Vu. Come back and play some. Actually, he's just prepping for Diablo every night and Call of Duty.
Warzone all the time.
There we go. Also, guys, I wanted to shout out. I got a couple new followers. I got a new follower on. I can't remember if it was Instagram or the Nerd Chat Twitter, but I'm pretty sure it was a bot. So we don't need to shout out that person. It was like, follow me. I won $200 million in the New Jersey State Lottery, and I'm giving it away. And I was like, well,
that's absolutely.
I followed you and retweeted, send me your money.
No. Let's send them a check. They probably just need one of our checks so that they know what our bank
Correct.
account number is.
To send us the money.
Let's send them. I don't know. If we could give them 1,000 if they're going to give us 1,000,000, right?
But I have to say,
that seems legit.
Our episode did do pretty dang well, and Bacon was right. It did twice. It's actually done pretty. It has 130 views, which is really, really good for us on YouTube. That's exceptional for us, actually. The more I'm looking at some of our previous episodes, and like Bacon said, it is our second biggest video, and so congrats to us. We got off to a nice start here. Hopefully, we can keep the momentum going. So, Bacon, I forgot to ask you, how are things on your end? Are you in OBS right now? How are you setting this up? What's the live stream situation looking like? Or am I going to have to do it?
It's not looking good because my camera, mine's not in the group, so it's offset to the right wherever my preview is. So we'd have to have them all on top. It'd have to be how the final view is in when you upload it onto YouTube. So I don't know how. I've been trying to change the settings in here, and I can't get it to do it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, it's a learning process. I'm sure we're gonna have to probably use something like you said. We're just in Discord, and so yeah. So I'm assuming one of us will have to do one thing, and we'll figure it out later. We don't need to talk about that right now, guys. Let's jump into some Xbox news for the week, gentlemen. Let's jump.
Assemble.
I know it's every time.
Assemble! Thank you.
As soon as you said, I'm like, ooh, I gotta scroll down and have the first one.
All
up.
right.
I'm like, oh, crap.
News item number 1, coming straight from Aaron Greenberg on 1/11/2023. It's going to be a big year for us. It starts on January 25th as we take you inside our studios to see some of the games coming to Xbox, PC, Game Pass over the next few months. Also, to dedicate the proper amount of time for a deep dive into Starfield, a standalone show is in the works. And he was referring to this release on the Xbox Wire, Xbox and Bethesda to present the Developer Direct live stream on January 25th. And this, again, was posted 7 a.m. on January 11th. Xbox and Bethesda will present a Developer Direct on Wednesday, January 25th, providing fans with an inside look at some of the games coming to Xbox, PC, should be another comma right there, and Game Pass over the next few months. Presented by the game creators themselves from studios including Arcane Austin, Mojang Studios, Turn 10 Studios, and ZeniMax Online Studios, the Developer Direct will focus on big features, extended gameplay showcases, and the latest info for Xbox games launching in the next few months, including The Elder Scrolls Online, Forza Motorsport, Minecraft Legends, and Redfall. To dedicate the proper amount of time for a deep dive into Bethesda Game Studios Starfield, a standalone show is in the works. Fans should tune in to all Xbox channels, Twitch, YouTube, and Bethesda channels, Twitch, YouTube, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, January 25th. And after this announcement, Bethesda tweeted about this event and said, to dedicate the proper amount of time for Starfield, a standalone show is in the works. Again, you guys, if you didn't hear, there will be a standalone show for Starfield. So nobody needs to freak out because it's not there just yet. Jose, is this too late of an event in January? And so we know it's going to be late in January, the 25th again. So this probably means no games in February. Are you still confident in Starfield in March, Jose?
I'm still hopeful. And I when I bet, I stick with my bet, right? Not trying to waffle here. I do admit that it's a long shot, right? And I said originally, for the record, late March. I didn't say early March, right? Even though you were the one that said like 3/2/23, right? You thought that'd be a cool like palindrome. I don't think that's going to happen, but I know we talked about the question of, is it going to conflict with Resident Evil? If it's going to come out in March, I think that's a pretty strong yes, honestly, just because I think that's the timing that they're looking for. The one thing that they didn't say in all of this, and I will just say overall, I am so pumped for this event. The only thing I can think of,
you're going to see some serious shit.
Right? That's all I keep thinking about when I hear about all the hype news for this, is that they didn't say that Starfield was going to be far away. They just said it's a different event. So I think that it's possible that we see this event in January, the Starfield event in February, right? And then it's just a matter of when it's going to release. Now, right now, I was hearing some stuff saying that potentially they think that June is going to be that Starfield release date. I think that is possible, and that still fits within their first 6 months of 2023 kind of vision. But I think that puts a huge question mark on Forza, to be completely honest. So we'll see if that changes at all. And I'll say so far, I'm just really happy. Like when this news broke yesterday, it was a freaking firestorm on social media, like all kinds of stuff coming out. And of course, when that happens, you have fanboys on both sides, right? And a lot of negativity. There was also some really great stuff in there. You forgot to mention that Aaron Greenberg was already liking some of our tweets, right? Getting on that fan list.
Oh
which
yeah,
is
forgot
awesome.
to shout out Greenie, liked our
Shout out to Greenie
and Destin and Bulgaria
but
as well.
I think the big thing here is just we're finally getting this, right? Everyone was so afraid, like, ooh, they're not delivering. And dude, it's literally the 12th. We are 12 days into this year, and we have this information. We have the event on the horizon. I'm just super pumped, man. I've also heard, and I don't know if you had a chance to listen to Season Gaming this week. I know obviously we're going to talk about that a little bit later. There was a great part where Ains was talking about that some of there's people that have Starfield in their hands. Very few, to be fair, and there's really not a lot. From what he had heard, that everything is exceeding expectations, and that just got me super hyped, man. Like, just because that of course has been our concern now, that not that it's not coming. I believe that it's coming. It's just you want to make sure it's great. One other last thing, and then I'll pass it on. I'll stop talking. For those curious, Greenberg did go on later on to say in that thread about his tweet that they're tracking for about 45 minutes for this show. So it's not a 2-hour show. It's not a 1-hour show. It's about 45 minutes. Now, obviously, that could obviously be variable based on what happens during the event itself. But I think that's a good length, man. That's good enough to see stuff, talk some stuff, don't bore me, and then just get me excited to talk about it for the weeks to come.
I'm not sure if that might be too long. But Bacon, do you think we're finally going to get dates to these 4 games? We have to, right?
I saw it on Twitter today that they are saying there will be dates, and that was from maybe the German announcement or whatnot. But
yeah, I saw that too, bud.
Yeah, let's.
So if we get these dates, we will have a way better idea of when Starfield is coming out, because this will address Redfall for sure and Forza Motorsport, which I think are both going to be great. Bubble Boy, any thoughts on this? I think, before I throw it over to you, I think this is a great move. I hope to see these regularly, and hopefully it will just be all gameplay, no talking like Greenie stressed, and I tweeted on.
Yep, that's exactly
hopefully
what I was
they're
say,
learning from Nintendo Directs and PlayStation State of Plays. I hope they're finally going to hit their strides. Yeah, go ahead, Chance.
That's why I think 45 minutes is the perfect time. I saw you kind of gave a face when.
I mean, that's a lot. That's.
Oh, you think it's too long?
Yeah, I think. I mean, you're showing. You must have a lot to show. So yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's what I just, that was it. Like, I think that's a perfect amount of time for what that should be. And obviously we want to get not like a full deep dive into each one, but a pretty substantial amount of gameplay that we get to see. So I'm excited. I'm excited that it's happening right away. I think they could absolutely announce a late March Starfield.
He's absolutely right.
Exactly, at a late January event. I don't see why that would be crazy at all.
Did you say?
Because you think about with Fallout, that's what happened with Fallout 4 that everybody keeps referring back to.
No, but Fallout 4 was in June of E3, and then it launched in the fall.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they announced it, and then they were like, "It's coming 2 months from now," and everyone was just like,
2 months.
Like,
it was a while.
Okay, but
I'm gonna look that up.
But I'm saying it was a lot shorter than when we typically get these announcements. That's like 9 months from now, 12 months from now, 15 months from now, right? That we're seeing it. So having that feedback, right? It is possible that they could do that to just make everything.
Jose, when do you think Fallout 4 came out?
I don't know.
It was announced E3, or was it the Bethesda event? I don't even know if it was the B3, whatever it was back then. It would have been in June. When do you think Fallout came out? Since it was so
October,
soon.
right?
No, November. June, July, August, September, October. That's almost 6 months later. Sorry.
I mean, I'm just saying, man, but that's what people refer back to. They refer back to the fact that this big thing dropped and then it was ready to rock. They could be trying to mimic that, is all I'm saying.
I agree. I mean, I hope it comes out sooner than later, but we will definitely know after this event, I would think, because if we get dates for Redfall and Starfield, that only leaves so much time. If they're sticking to that 6 months. Again, it could be delayed to November for all we have. And anybody have any closing thoughts, or are we good to move on?
If they don't give us a date for Starfield, we know Twitter's going to be a disaster for us because
That day, we're not going. Oh no,
are
we're not going to
gonna
get a date for Starfield until that
Well,
well,
Starfield
no,
not for the
event.
release. At least give us the date for the event.
You think?
I think I would hope so.
that could happen. That could happen.
I don't know if I don't think it's necessary
late.
because they've said we are going to have another date and we just got to wait. So, moving on to the next story, news item number 2 from the Game Awards Twitter on January 8th. Halo, this TV series, was the number 1 show on Paramount Plus last year, eclipsing Yellowstone, which I've heard good things about, only available outside the US. And 1883 season 2 of Halo is now in production, according to the Wall Street Journal. Bacon, I can't remember, what were your overall thoughts on the show again? Are you excited for season 2? Does this surprise you that it beat out these other shows? Halo,
It does.
number 1 in Paramount Plus.
It does surprise me with the Yellowstone because as big as Yellowstone is, if someone watches it every week, that's pretty darn huge. I did like the show. There was a couple weak episodes and some really good episodes. What do they want? It's TV. It's made for TV. It's Master Chief taking his helmet off and showing his butt. But other than that, I did really enjoy it, and I'll watch season 2 and season 3, and as long as it's going to go. But to see that it beat Yellowstone, 1883 wasn't as popular as Yellowstone is, but I actually enjoyed 1883.
Star Trek on there too, right? Isn't Picard on there? I beat that up.
Yeah, Picard is, and Next Gen, I think, is on there.
All right, Bubble Boy, before I throw it over to you, the more I think about it, I think I enjoyed it more in the moment as I was watching it because it was new. But thinking back on it, there are some really bad parts to it. And they can only go up, is what I'm hoping for. I mean, they had some potential. Cortana, best part of the show. Bubble Boy, go ahead.
I think saying that you're the best show on Paramount Plus is like saying you're the tallest Siegel brother. Like, so what? That's what, 5'6"? Like, I'm sorry. And if it didn't have that clarifier of only available outside the US for Yellowstone, so that doesn't include everybody that watched Yellowstone in the US, so it like doesn't even count because it's like, why? I don't know. It's a U.S. show. I don't think it's as much to celebrate as it is. I think it reminds me of that quote about statistics, right? There's like lies, there's damn lies, and then there's statistics. Like, yeah, they just found this stat that they weaseled their way through some things. Well, what if we took out America? What if we took out all men? What if we took out all men between 32 and 82? You know, I don't know. I liked the show. That's all that counted for me. I'm glad they're making a second season.
I agree. I'm glad they're making a second one. Shout out to Tia Lupi, also a big fan of Halo. Jose, any closing thoughts on the Halo TV show?
I was really high on this stat, and I hear what Chance is saying, and I don't think he's wrong by any means. But Yellowstone is a phenomenon. I get it's an American show, and I know it's very big in the American audience. I love the show; it's a great show, actually. But to hear that Halo, I feel like we're forgetting how much it was controversial when Halo was out. Every week we were talking about it, and we were dissecting it, and so was everyone else. And if I had to really put a number on it, a feeling on it, I would feel like people were mostly down on Halo when it was here. You know what I'm saying? And so because it was challenging the norms of the game and the story so much that people were like, I don't like that. I don't want to see his cheeks, even though everyone loved to see his cheeks. How could you not, right?
I mean, what's his face ripped out of his mind?
Schreier, right? But I'm just saying, I think it's really impressive. And I know Paramount Plus is not Netflix, it's not Disney, it's not Hulu, but it is a noteworthy streaming service, right? It's going to have Top Gun when Top Gun comes out, right? Like
it already has Top Gun, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's a movie, a random movie of the generation.
I bet if you compared how many people have already watched that in the first week compared to Halo for the whole year, I bet Top Gun like just eclipses that.
You're probably right, but I'm saying to compete at that level for a first year show based on a video game that truly most non-gamers have never
and it
heard
wasn't
of,
that good.
I think it's impressive.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a little impressive, but I hope with these new writers, hopefully they've learned a lot, and hopefully they're actually fans of the game, and they're going to pay a little bit more tribute and respect to what some of the fans want. But I'm excited to see season 2. I'm not going to lie. I can't wait. So moving on to the next news story for the week. News item number 3. Forza Horizon leads leave Xbox's Playground Games to form a new AAA studio. UK-based Maverick Games first release will be an open world title. And this is posted by Tom Ivan. Oh gosh, where did I get this from? Was this on VGC? The Leamington Spa UK-based outfit's founding team is led by former Forza Horizon creative director Mike Brown. Got to give a shout out to Mike Brown. Mike Brown also, I believe, follows the show on Twitter. He also liked our tweet congratulating them on Maverick Games. I had the GIF of Lieutenant Pete Mitchell giving the salute and thumbs up, tweeting for Maverick. I said, great name. Mike Brown, who's serving as creative director and studio head. The startup said it has secured significant seed funding, and its debut game will be a new premium open world title for consoles and PC. Although Tuesday's announcement didn't confirm if it's in the racing genre. Maverick's leadership team also includes Chief Operating Officer Harinder Sangha, who was previously co-studio head of Sumo Digital Leamington. Is that Leamington or Leamington? Jose, I don't know. Do you know how to pronounce? Chance, you've been down
I
there.
believe it's Leamington.
And executive producer Tom Butcher, who was formerly lead producer at Playground. Its chief technology officer, Matt Craven, was Playground's technical director. Its content director, Gareth Harwood, was technical art director for the Xbox studio, and audio director Fraser Straken held the same role at the Forza developer. Ex-Playground studio art director Ben Penrose is Maverick's art director, while former EA Experience design director Ellie Marshall is the company's UX/UI director. Our goal, a lot of talent from Playground. Our goal is for Maverick Games to be a studio people will love, said Brown. For players, we're already at work on an exciting, ultra high quality title. And for developers, we're building a home where everyone is encouraged to take risks, be curious, be creative, be innovative, be themselves, and above all, be a Maverick. Chance, I'm giving you a PTI reference right now. Do you think this is a big deal, little deal, no deal that this talent has left Playground Games?
It's a big deal. It is.
I think
and
it's
for a couple.
Okay, go ahead.
For a couple of reasons. It's a big deal. I love the name. That's brilliant. I think it's amazing. And then the people that you said that are forming this new Maverick that's a lot of really heavy hitters. It really is, and some really important people that what I know of any industry, of any work site, is that it doesn't matter like how amazing your vision is if you don't have the right people to fulfill it. And I am sure Playground is not going to crumble, but those are some really, really, really important names that they just lost, with people that might be able to continue to encourage others to go their way. So it's a big deal. It is. And it can be a big deal in a good way, and it can be a big deal in a bad way. So, I'm excited personally, though. I think just the little bit that we've heard about this game that they're doing, I'm very, very excited. And so, heck yeah. And it sounds like a place that I'd want to work if I knew how to make video games.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for the talent, for the new opportunities. Bacon, are you as concerned, or do you just see this as they've been making Forza for a long time? Time to break out, do their own thing. Hopefully, they left parting ways. I'm assuming in a good way with Microsoft and Playground, and these guys just wanted to do something new.
I'm more of that than anything else. They've been doing it for so long, and we all know if we had a chance to start our own business, start our own company, start our own studio, we'd all jump at it. It's not the end of the world. There's 100, they want to be a 140 person studio, from what I heard. So are they going to fail it? Maybe, but as long as they've been making Forza games, you can't tell me the guys below them and below them and below them don't know what they're doing. As long as the studio continues to make Forza games, I don't see it being a major problem. And they're going to have a pretty good working relationship with Microsoft, you'd have to assume. And are they going to not release games on the Xbox? And I highly doubt that. So I don't think it's a death knell or anything like that, but it's probably fairly big. But none of us work in that industry, so we can't even even glimpse at it to see if it would be an issue because we've never seen it before.
Yeah. Jose, do you think maybe they left because they do want to focus on open world racing games and maybe Playground is so focused on Fable and maybe not doing the Horizon series? Or come on, I mean, there's been 5 Forza Horizon games. Like, do we really need another one anytime soon? Like, as good as they are, as much as I love them, maybe these guys are going to take over that racing genre. I don't know, Jose. What do you think?
I mean, I think you asked a bunch of questions right there. I'll be honest with you. First to start answering them is, do we need a Forza 6? Hell yes, we do. I will always take a new Forza game because they're super fun to play. However, do we need it soon? No, absolutely not. Forza Horizon 5 is still brand new. They still haven't released their new DLC that was part of their initial pack. Like, we're going to have 5 for a very long time. Secondly, I don't think that they mentioned anything about racing. I think that's just an obvious assumption of being associated with Playground Games. I think that, like Bacon said, we don't know this industry, as in the 4 of us don't know this. And I think that, different than education for at least the 3 of us, it's a very common thing, or at least it's maybe not common, but a desired thing for people to stay a long time in education, right? That's almost like a goal. It's a pride point of schools, right? Certainly my school, that's something we pride a lot of our people on, is like our teachers stay for 10, 15, 20 years. But I think that in the private world, I don't think that's very common. In fact, I think that's often not necessarily what you want. I think when I was hearing this, I had 2 original thoughts when this story broke. One, that the only thing that was slightly concerning was, in fact, Fable, right? Because Fable, I think, is at this critical development time right now, and having major people leave could be problematic. I don't think it's a guarantee. I don't think it's a death piece, like in the heart of Fable. I think Fable could still be wonderful, right? But I think it is a little like, man, unless the game is pretty close to being done and I'm just putting final touches on it, that could be a bummer. However, I will say that, considering a different lens, if we're talking about leadership, right, because these are leadership positions, the ultimate goal of leadership is not to retain power forever, right? We're not trying to be dictators. We're not trying to be authoritarians. The ultimate goal of leadership is to train people who are younger and give them the skills to become leaders themselves. And so this is not to say that just because these people are leaving, maybe they have had time to play. Like we have said for years, and at least years here on the podcast, that Playground doesn't miss. They produce banger after banger. And I think a huge part of that has to be their culture, their leadership structure, their flexibility for their designers and creators, right? And so I think what I hope comes from this, actually, and again, you're totally right. Shout out to Mike, shout out to Tom, shout out to everyone who is doing their thing, is that they are simply trying to, they've built the capacity in others to take their place. And they understand that, like, by leaving and starting their own thing, they get to have what they want and have fun. They also leave the company in a great place. And again, they continue that cycle so that people move up, new people come in, and you continue that trend of building a great culture. So overall, I'm stoked for them. I'm still think Fable's going to be great. And again, I know down the road, I'm going to be super pumped, maybe 5-6 years from now when we see that Forza Horizon 6. Can't wait, man. It's going to be super fun.
Absolutely. Let's move on to news item number 4. Ooh, it's going to get juicy with this one, boys. Poll. Are achievements and trophies bad for gaming? Discussion unlocked. And this was an opinion piece, a blog by Liv, non-contributor over at Eurogamer. Ever since the late 2000s, achievements have become a staple in gaming. On Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox, there's a whole... I'm sick of this non-use of the Oxford comma, you guys. You're listing 3 things, Jose, right? And
You got to let it go, bud.
and it says she's saying Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox as one thing. No, they are 2 separate things. Anyway, there's a whole section dedicated to recording and showcasing the trophies you've amassed. But developer Frederick Thylander has stated he believes achievements are bad for gaming. Thylander, I'm not sure, at Ubisoft Massive. Ubisoft. Previously designed achievements for Mirror's Edge. On Twitter, he posted the following: unpopular opinion. Achievements/trophies have been bad for gaming. It narrows games down, it disrupts and diverts attention, and it eats resources that could have made the game better. In a discussion with users, he further explained his thoughts. I think games are better suited to have their own unique reward structures as part of their design and philosophy, he said, and criticized the one-size-fits-all mandate. There's certainly cases made for both sides of the argument. Sometimes achievements can be boring or downright annoying to collect. Other times, they can push you to explore a game and challenge yourself by playing differently on how you normally would. So, what do you think? Are achievements and trophies bad for gaming? At the time I pulled this info off the poll, at the time, the poll stated 15% yes, they are meaningless and a waste of time. 30% no, they help me explore the game. 12% I'm a completionist and I must unlock them all. So about 10%. 43%, so majority of the voters said it depends on the game and how they are used. Gentlemen, I didn't think of some of these points before, like taking away resources from a game to make achievements. And looking back, thinking back when I played a few games on the Switch, like Zelda, I really kind of enjoyed it and just played the game because I didn't have to think about achievements. Should games only put in trophies achievements if they want to? Should they not be a requirement? Looking at unlock percentages, a majority of people really don't care about achievements, you guys. So I would argue that I don't think achievements need to be in every game, and I think it should be up to the developer if they want to include them in their games. Who wants to start this discussion off? Any thoughts? Bubble Boy, I know
Chance.
you're a big achievement guy. I'm kind of turning away from them. I enjoy
Liar.
them.
Well, yeah, we'll believe that when we see it. No, I
I-
thought
I-
this article was very. I can't believe you put it on here. I don't know why. It's a really boring topic. I don't care.
Okay, Bacon,
Move
what do
on.
you think?
No, I'm kidding. Oh my God, I'm kidding. And since I just did it like seconds ago, and the I'm a completionist, I must collect them all is up to 15%. So it's the exact same percent as yes, they're meaningless and a waste of time. So just as many people like absolutely adore them as absolutely hate them, which I think is telling. And then the rest of people are kind of like, yeah, no, that's great. I would love to see some
No,
deeper
they're
dive.
great. No, they're saying they should be used in certain ways. I think a majority of people, let's add that 30% who are just out of it. I think a majority of people are saying if you're going to do it, you got to do it right and it's got to be meaningful, or don't do them. I think is what the polls say.
Yeah, so 70%, if you add those up, 29 and 41, 70% are either no, they're not bad, or it depends.
Yep.
Right? Which I think is, I don't know. I think that's a positive thing. But what I was going to say was I would love to see some hard data from this guy, Frederick, on how much resources it really takes away. Because that was, like you said, that was news to me that it eats resources that could have made the game better. In my personal opinion, achievements and trophies do make the game better. So I would love to know how much are they, like what percentage of the budget goes into that, how much time, how much manpower or woman power, and like really what did it take away. And I would want to see a game come out this, let's just Forza Motorsport, right? The next Forza that's coming out. That they say we specifically chose not to put achievements in this game, and because of it, we're delivering XYZ.
Yeah.
Right. Or Starfield will not have achievements, and it's because we're delivering XYZ.
Okay. Before I throw it over to Jose, I kind of disagree. I don't think achievements make a game better. I don't.
Then why do you obsess over them?
Because it's that adrenaline of it.
It's a
Yeah, it
disease.
is. No, I agree. I can't give you a reason why the Mass Effect trophy list makes that game better. That has nothing to do with the actual game. The actual game that I'm playing is fun to play and it's got an engaging story. That's what makes it good. The achievement list doesn't provide anything to that game. I mean, again, it depends. If it's a good achievement list, yes, it might entice somebody or encourage them to go do something that they might not otherwise would have done. But
you play to win the game.
But I also think that a majority of achievements aren't like that. I think there are a majority of poor achievement lists versus good ones that actually help the game. Jose, go ahead.
So here I have 2 points. Ultimately I side with Chance. I think that achievements, and I'm saying this for the record as someone who is definitely not an achievement hunter. Like I really do genuinely enjoy, like you said, Dan, the rush of like when you hear that pop and you're like, sweet, and then I got an achievement, and then reading what it was about, even if it was just 5 Gs, right? I still love reading that, and especially when it's a diamond one, that's a legitimate rush, right? To see that like, ooh, I'm special for getting this one. I love that feeling, and yet I have no issues with achievements. Like I think that I think it is weird. Like for me, it's weird people that are like obsess over them and I can't move on to the next game until I get 100%. That's not how I want to play my games, because I do agree.
And do you think
to be
that's
fair with
healthy?
Frederick,
Do you think that's healthy, Jose?
no, I don't. I don't. To be fair, but here's, I'm going to get to an explanation of why that, a piece of this. I think what's frustrating for me with achievements is when they're ridiculously hard for the sake of being hard. In other words, including
Those
things like
Gears
you
of
have to
War
beat
is
the
one.
game. You have to beat the game
Awful.
on ultra hardest setting. I think that's a poor choice of an achievement. You know what I mean? Like that takes away from people enjoying it, because if someone who is like really obsessive about a game realizes like I can only ever play the game on the hardest difficulty because I get all achievements, that's not enjoying the game. That's literally work.
Collectibles,
Right?
missables.
And I don't even hate collectibles. I kind of enjoy collectibles when they're reasonable, right? When it's like there are like 6 to 8 in a medium-sized level versus like there are 600 collectibles.
And I even
argue
there was
like that's ridiculous.
And tying into this, Jose, sorry to interrupt. There was a tweet from it was somebody from the ID at Xbox. I can't remember. I responded, and he's like, recently I've seen some really good achievement lists and some really bad ones. What do you guys recommend? And I said, for the collectibles, it needs to be a percentage. You don't have to collect all of them. Collect 25% of the collectibles, so that way you're engaged in it, but you don't have to worry about it. And no missables, I said, and difficulty ones are never fun, and broken achievements should never be in a game, right? So again, this goes back to how it's used. Go ahead and close off. I want to ask Bacon one last question.
Well, to one point, since you just brought that up, you were asking what resources. That one right there that you just said, when achievements are broken, that is like a significant use of resources, because you're talking about like bug fixing, which is very intensive. The other point that I wanted to make, though, before I move on, is I don't think it's possible for a game to be successful in today's day and age that doesn't have trophies and achievements.
Legend of
I hear
Zelda,
what you're
Breath
saying.
of the Wild, and
Nope,
all
hang on, hang on.
Nintendo
game.
But in Nintendo, but I'm saying in competitive world where we live, the four of us for sure, because we all bag on how we don't really play Switch at all. Even if a company tried to be a purist and say, hey, remember on PlayStation 3, remember on Xbox 360 when we didn't have these and everybody just played games to have fun?
360 launched with achievements.
Okay.
Sorry.
Stop interrupting.
I'm just saying,
Stop interrupting.
People in the YouTube comments, Jose, will come after your ass. Okay,
that's fine. Let them come. At least there'll be engagement. So what I'm saying is, if they try to harken back to this time that says we're going to do this because people want to play the game to love the game, the first thing people are going to complain about achievements. And that's exactly what happened with like when PlayStation Plus launched. Are we going to get back in compatibility and get achievements? That is what people want today. And it's like in school, as an example, one quick analogy. There are schools that always talk about like, should we have a phone policy where we don't let kids have phones in school? And one, that's impossible to enforce straight up. And so they say teachers can decide. But what always ends up happening is every teacher ends up allowing it, because all it takes is one to say, yeah, you can have it in my class. And then that's all you hear if you're the teacher that says no. It's the same thing that applies here. So in the end, I hear everything you're saying. I'm just saying, I don't think it's realistic today and age to not have achievements. I think they should make them more accessible. I think they could be restructured, but I don't think we can get rid of them. That's just my opinion.
I completely agree. I think they need to make them not so crazy, not so intensive. Before I throw it to Chance, I got to let Bacon jump in here. Bacon, before I throw it to you, sorry, you brought up a good point, Jose. And if a game was released today that didn't have achievements or trophies, you're absolutely right. It probably would get murdered for that. And I think of Colin on Sacred Symbols and Mr. Maddie. They've brought up like, specifically Maddie, he's like, sometimes I will specifically buy a game on PlayStation just because I would rather get the trophy, the platinum, than try to go for all the achievements. So again, like as much as we don't want to care about it, there's the incentive to get it on if it's multi-platform on one or the other. And Colin was saying, I can't remember, he brought up a good point about how you got to have them. That's what it is. Like some games launch without a platinum trophy on PlayStation for some reason. He's like, how could you put out a game with trophies but not have a platinum trophy? And he's like, that pisses people the F off because they want to play it, but they're like, I'm not going to play it on there because you don't have the platinum. Like I have a couple games like that. Alan Wake doesn't have a platinum. I believe Journey doesn't have a platinum. So Bacon, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think they should be necessary? Or if they are, I think they need to lessen the restrictions. I don't think they need to be these crazy things. I do think achievements and trophies can be overhauled in general. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with the ease or the accessibility of them. The last two trophies to get on, or achievements to get on Hades, were freaking impossible. That really upset me. But if it wasn't for a drive for trophies, I wouldn't have been doing this Mass Effect run to keep everyone alive after 2, and how it has completely changed my playthrough of 3, running into Jacob and everyone else who got slaughtered at the end of 2, and I'm just like, oh my, I cannot believe they're in this game again. And it was because I wanted to go back and get those achievements and finish Mass Effect the right way. If it wasn't for that, I would have just put the game
What
aside
do you
because
mean
I'd
right
already
way?
beaten
Jacob
them.
wasn't alive in 3. What are you talking about? I don't know. Who are these other people that
Yeah,
you
he
ran into
was.
in 3? No, you're not mine. It was just some random generic black
Oh,
guy.
well,
I don't.
and
Some
see
random
Jack and
doctor.
all that. It's
Jack?
like it was
Oh, she
crazy.
died way back on the suicide mission. Anyway, go ahead.
I had both.
Stop.
Oh my God! Ignore him, Bacon.
I had both Grunt and Rex alive in the same time in Mass Effect 3. I'm like, whoa! So,
Mass
there
Effect
are
noob
some
over
difficult. There are some difficult ones that do need to be adjusted. I agree.
Dude, have you
but
seen some of the
it gives you
Gears
something to
ones,
strive for.
Bacon? They are insane. Like I always.
But remember how much fun you and I had going through the Halo campaign
but
to
those
get those
were
last
reasonable.
ones?
Those were good. That was a good list.
Right,
Like that's
they
what
were
I'm
fair.
talking about. Some are really good, but then you look at Gears and they're freaking insane. Like you'll beat the game and you'll do a bunch of stuff, 200 points out of 1,000. Then they add another 1,000,
Right.
1,000, and they're insane. They're like kill 50 million guys. It's sorry, go ahead.
But
Eliminator.
getting achievements on Xbox keeps me from buying third-party games on Steam because I don't get the Xbox achievements. So I wish they would all work and you just get them for every platform when you do one. That'd be sweet.
Well, you know what's funny? You kind of can do that with some cross-platform or linked account games. Like Destiny, I have the Destiny trophies because I have them on Xbox, or maybe Call of Duty might pop too. I don't know. Some games you technically can get multiple. But any closing thoughts before I give it to Bubble Boy Bacon?
No, that's it.
Go ahead, Chance. Close us off here on the
I'll round it out here.
debate.
Yeah, it's not a debate because they're important. And I think for developers that listen, they're important too because they extend the life of certain games for people. Games that aren't live service games or games like Halo Infinite or Destiny that are going on and on and on and on. They will help games get played longer than they normally would. And I think that's a minor point. My biggest point is you can't dumb them down. Otherwise, what's the point of them? Should you get an achievement for buying the game? Like, is that one of the achievements?
Because if it's more, I can tell you
what,
why, Chance. Because if it's more accessible, more people will go for them. Some people just get intimidated by looking at it. It's like Jose said, and I absolutely do think they should be more accessible. Because they don't have to be crazy.
Some of them are.
They don't have to be.
God of War was not a hard.
Exactly. Sony dumbed them
platinum.
down. Look at the original one and look at that one. Look at The Last of Us
And
Part
that
1.
didn't
Look at The
feel-
Last
that
of Us
didn't
Part
feel
1.
like an accomplishment.
Look at The Last of Us Part 1's new trophy list and look at how it was originally on PS3. It is much improved, I say. I actually commend Sony for what they're doing to their first party. They are making it more accessible, and I guarantee you're going to see higher trophy rate unlocks because people are going to be more engaged. So I disagree with you strongly on that one. We could debate this for a long time.
And then they're all going to think they're good. It's like everybody gets a ribbon at field day now, right?
That's good, Chance. Oh my gosh. Moving on. Next news story. Chance is the baddest gamer ever with his trophies and achievements. Watch out. He's a good gamer. News topic number 5, coming soon to Game Pass and leaving this month, January 2023. So out on January 19th, coming soon, Persona 3 Portable Cloud Console PC, Persona 4 Golden Cloud Console and PC, and then the next day on the 20th, Monster Hunter Rise Cloud Console and PC, and then leaving January 15th, Danganronpa, Trigger Happy, Nobody Saves the World, Paparazzi, the Anacrusis, We Happy Few. This one just added recently. This one throws me off, Bacon. We Happy Few is from Compulsion Games, a first-party studio, leaving Game Pass. Very weird, very concerning. That's why I put this on the news. Windjammers is also leaving. Bacon, why is We Happy Few from a first-party Compulsion Studios leaving Game Pass? Very concerning to me.
Is there any music in there that might be copyrighted? They have to renew licenses or anything like that? That is really weird. That's
very weird. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Or is it going to another service? So
that's why the old Forza games are out because of the music and stuff like that. That's why they're not in there. So I'm wondering if I haven't played it, so
maybe
I don't know.
right.
But I didn't even think about that until you mentioned it.
That's actually a great point though that you brought up. Are any of you going to check out Monster Hunter or Persona?
Yes, but not till after Dead Space.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate.
Which one?
Monster Hunter, Jose? Is that what you're going to
Yeah, Monster Hunter.
Okay. And
I've never played one. I've always wanted to play one,
Yeah.
so I'm pumped that it's coming.
Well,
But I'm
Penelope will like the cats, so
is it gory though? Because I don't know anything about it. Is it like
no,
okay?
it's no.
Oh,
I mean,
great.
there's
That's a great
fighting
game we can play
obviously and
together.
like swords and stuff, but it's not.
got it. News
Really big swords too.
item number 6. Bubble Boy, take it away, because I'm just sick of Ubisoft at this point. Take it away, Bubble Boy.
Yeah, this one was just too funny for me not to, I mean, I shouldn't say funny because it's
Yeah,
sad,
no, it is.
but
It's not funny.
over,
It is very serious, actually. I'm just.
over
Is it
from
surprising?
Rebecca Valentine on IGN. Ubisoft cancels 3 unannounced games, delays Skull and Bones for the 6th time. And if and I'm like, oh my gosh, because if you listen to any other gaming podcast this week and they're doing all their, hey, what's your most exciting game for 2023, they'll all say, oh, and Skull and Bones might be coming out, and here's the release date. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is going on over there? I don't know. That game has always been intriguing to me. I think we loved Black Flag on this show, and I know it pulled some inspiration from Black Flag, and so I'm sad, but I have to just laugh because like at this point, what they could do to make it better, in my opinion, is okay. Now just never have a release date again. Like don't announce it, and just if it's coming out on June 15th. Announce it on June 15th and say, hey, this game's out now. I don't know that any sort of other marketing strategy is going to help them because people are going to be so turned off by all these delays. I don't know. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I'm more concerned about Ubisoft in general. Like they are. Name the last great Ubisoft game, like realistic, Rainbow Six Siege, and I mean, and that
Division.
And even then,
Valhalla was good. It had a lot of,
but they've also had
cons,
a
but
lot of
Valhalla was
counts to get,
great.
like X Defiant, the Ghost Recon Battle Royale that never launched, the Battle Royale that everyone completely forgot about that did launch from Ubisoft that I don't even remember the name, that canceled after a few months. All these random projects. I don't know, man. Ubisoft is not looking good. Jose, go ahead. Tell me your thoughts.
Well, I was going to say, did you guys see today? There was a news story that the CEO of Ubisoft basically told all of his employees, if we want to fix this, it's got to come from you, talking to like the employees. And like, to be fair, like I didn't hear the press conference. It could have gone two ways. One way is like, hey, we need to do this together, and I know you guys have ideas. Let's build it together. It could have also been a totally top down, just like the reason we suck is because of you. You guys need to fix this. Like, and that doesn't feel very good. You know what I'm saying? Especially a situation like this where they, like we were even joking a couple of episodes ago that like, I don't know if Skull and Bones is really going to happen. We just kind of joked and laughed it off. And then literally a couple weeks later, like, oh yeah, we're going to have to push it back again. Like, that's not great. Because the other part is we want to play it, for the record. Like, it sounds like
you want to play
cool
Skull and Bones, Jose?
I do. I absolutely. And if it comes out, I absolutely will play it. If it's cheap or free, or when it's cheap or free, for the record. But I do. It did look cool. It's compelling to me to have a cool pirate game. It's just not great the way this is working.
Bacon, closing thoughts on Ubisoft. I know you wanted to mention some of the rumors. Like, I hope Xbox, for one. I hope if they're trying to sell it anytime soon, don't do it. It seems like a secret shit. Buy the IP. I don't know about Ubisoft.
There's a lot of stuff in the store about possible Ubisoft Plus coming, and figure they got to handle it like they did EA Play, and maybe we'll all get it in Game Pass. But Skull and Bones, is that the new Cyberpunk with all their delays? I mean, that's even more than Cyberpunk.
I've never seen a game delayed like this ever. This is worse than like Doom, Doom, the Duke Nukem game that was a joke for a while. Like, this is crazy.
And then probably the last good game they did was Immortals Phoenix Rising. That was a Ubisoft game.
Oh yeah, that was a great game. Great game.
Right? So this gen, they've had Valhalla and Immortals Phoenix Rising. So they're not terrible, but it's a huge company. Ubisoft is gigantic. So you figured there'd be some more. But they do have that open world Star Wars game.
You're all
Massive
hyped about that.
Right. That was teased the other day. So
Yeah.
How can we be angry about unannounced games that are being canceled? It's just something we've never known about. But I get your
concerned.
Trepidation. Right. It's a fair thing to be concerned about because they are kind of being poorly managed at this point is a good word for it.
I'm just concerned again because I remember Ubisoft in 360 with Rainbow Six Vegas being so far ahead of any other shooter out there and some of the mechanics in that game, and then Far Cry 3 and the Assassin's Creed series taking off at that time. Like they were doing some awesome things. So I hope they figure it out. They did say they're going to focus on their core franchises, and I hope they turn it around because I mean I am a Ubisoft fan, but recently very, very concerned. Guys, let's close the news for the week with story number 7, our fun one to end the news for the week. Taste sweet victory with special edition Xbox Oreo cookies and delicious prizes. This is from Marcos Waltenberg, Director of Global Partnerships and Social Impact for Xbox on January 9th, 2023. This is coming from the news.xbox.com. When it comes to making the most out of playtime, Xbox knows there's more to the gaming experience than just what's on screen. That's why we've teamed up with Oreo, the world's #1 cookie, to bring a new level of playfulness to Xbox, featuring 6 embossed custom cookie designs and both exclusive in-game and real-world prizes. This partnership will let gamers taste victory in the form of Oreo's beloved cookie and cream combo. For the first time ever in 22 countries, Europe only, Oreo will be releasing special edition packs with multiple new cookie designs, bringing together the iconography of Xbox with the deliciousness of Oreo. Guys, how disappointed are you that we don't have this right away? Why are the Europeans getting this? And does this break your heart as much as me? Because I had some double stuffed Oreos last night. My gosh, they are so freaking good. Bubble Boy, what are your thoughts on this partnership?
George is getting upset.
That's I'm getting upset. I was so excited until I kept reading, and Europe only. Do they even have Oreos in Europe? Oh my god, no. I don't understand it. Like, it makes no sense. Xbox is an American company.
Is Oreo American
Nabisco,
too?
I'm pretty sure Nabisco's an American company. Somebody look that
Oh,
up.
yeah.
I don't understand. I would have paid a gross amount of money for these, like entirely too much money for these. Very sad, but excited for the Czech Republic.
Jose, this is coming to America, right? Because the Oreo biscuit was first developed and produced by the National Biscuit Company, today known as Nabisco, in 1912 at its Chelsea, New York factory.
Objection! Extremely racist.
Jose, this is coming to the United States, right? It has to be.
I would hope so, and I can't imagine it wouldn't. I mean, to be fair, there was an updated note on this article on January 12th about which countries, and it clarifies that the U.S. is not on there. This is a for sure Europe-only event, so I don't want to say it's a guarantee. I'd say it's probably a potential huge missed market, and so it makes sense to me that they will come to us eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll coincide later with something else like Redfall or Forza or even Starfield. That
maybe
they would
the
also
new
bring it here.
round of games.
And a thing to consider is that, remember, one of the big markets that they're trying to break into where they compete with Sony is in the UK. It's in Europe. So it is possible this is an effort to try to build hype in a place where it doesn't already exist at the same level. I think that's a stretch, to be fair. I think they're just spreading the love, to be fair. But realistically, if you want Oreos, you probably get a pack on eBay.
Yeah,
you
something
know what I'm
like that.
saying? Like for a relatively reasonable amount. But super hyped. We always say that we love stuff like this. I still love stuff like this. I'm bummed it's not here because same thing. I would have probably bought way too many Oreos
That's
than I
probably a
should.
good thing. You're right.
Probably better for me and my health. In the same idea, but still cool. And definitely, for the record, if you check out the article, they show some of the skins you can get for your Halo armor, your Sea of Thieves ship, and in Forza. And it's like a blue-white theme. The Halo skin's pretty dope. Yeah. So I do hope one day it does come here for sure.
Bacon, are you allowed to eat Oreos, or should we just move on?
I do choose to eat what I want. I'm saying I'm taking off the shackles of my diabetic. But again,
you really shouldn't be eating Oreos, Bacon.
I do believe Sony paid for exclusivity on the Oreo deal not to come.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
That is my conspiracy theory of the day.
That was one of Jim Ryan's
dubious
that's
moves.
one of the concessions for Activision Blizzard. You can't have Oreo.
Can't have Oreos with Master Chief.
All right, guys. That has been the Xbox news for the week, and we're moving into our closing segment. It's an exciting one. Let's hear it, Bubble Boys. Set us up for the Nerd Chat Fantasy Critic League.
Heck yeah. So I didn't even know this website existed until earlier
serious?
today. I had no idea. I know I've heard people talking about it, about the idea. I didn't know there was an actual website dedicated to fantasy critics. So it's just like a fantasy football league, with a few exceptions, right? Like we're not drafting positions on our, DMs. We were kind of going back and forth about some of the
on our
like,
DMs on the Nerd Chat.
Sorry,
Thank you.
on the Nerd Chat.
Jesus.
But we didn't do it on the Nerd Chat. We did it on our XRT.
The Nerd Chat. It's the
It's
Nerd Chat.
XRT Nerd Chat. Exactly. Jeez, Bubble Boy. Plug the name.
It's not jeez. What? Okay, on the small Nerd Chat, whatever you want to call it, the Mount Rushmore Nerd Chat.
That's what she said.
Yeah. We were like, well, maybe you should have you have to have at least one Xbox exclusive. You have to have this. You have to have that. When I saw this site existed, they make all kinds of different rules that you can have. But I figured since this was our first try, that we would go pretty simple. So I just did the most basic rules. We're not doing any. There's trades and stuff. We're not doing any of that. So the best way, if you're familiar with fantasy football, we're going to do a best ball draft, which is set it and forget it. So we are picking, I believe it's 15. Did I set it at 15
it needs
games?
to be 10.
So it's 10. I already set it
change
at 15.
It to 10. That's way too many chances. Change it to 10. I'm asking you right now. Executive decision. Nope. I wrote 10. You can change it right now.
And I wrote 15, so that's what we're doing.
Chance, I'm asking you nicely. 10. That's way too many games. That will take way too long. I'm asking you nicely. Please change it to 10. You can change it. Thank you. How do we figure out the draft?
I'm working on changing it to 10.
Okay, so
there's a
number generator
very
right now.
Stop. There's a very, very simple set draft order, hit random draft, which I was planning to hit right before we started. Where is edit?
Okay, while you're doing that, I'll figure out the draft order.
No, there's literally a button.
Well,
on
I
here
want to play this game anyway. Jose, pick a number between
this is a
1
practice,
and
and we're not
25.
using it. Officially, we're not using that.
I agree. I'm just asking Jose and Bacon, you too.
What?
1 and 25.
What am I doing? Pick a number. Yep. 13.
Bacon.
I was gonna pick 12, John Stockton's number, but I can't go that close. Let's do 23, Michael Jordan.
Bubble Boy.
He's working.
1 and 25. Pick a number.
19.
Okay. We're so far off. It was 3. So I believe Jose would have gotten the first choice, then Bacon, then me because I'm hosting this, and then Chance for being way off. So are we good to go? Are we? You can.
Well, I don't know. So when you guys log in, what do you see when you log into the Nerd Chat podcast on Fantasy Critic? Do you see a thing that says things are all set? Start drafting.
Yes, but it says your league manager can choose when to begin the draft. Is what it says.
I thought you were just going to do everything for us. That's what I was under the impression. I think we don't have to be in there.
What the hell are you talking about?
He means entering picks.
Yeah, exactly.
You still have to draft it, don't you?
No, I'm pretty sure you can enter it in. Here's the thing. I've listened to many podcasts do this. One person always takes charge of it, and they just enter it in as they go. It'll just be easier this way.
We'll see how it goes. I am about right now the way it shows. Bubble Boy, Daddy D Wally, X Bacon Game, and Chipotle Bear. I am clicking edit draft
he got to be the number 1 pick, you guys.
He's clicking right now.
I don't want. I want the 4th pick. Randomly, okay. It has, look at that. X Bacon, Daddy D Wally, Chipotle.
Oh no, Bacon is on the clock. Let's go.
Hold on, warning. Once you start drafting, you can no longer add or remove players. The draft order is locked. However, if you need to reset, I'm hitting OK. Draft is currently in progress. Next to draft, sizzling that bacon.
Let's hear it. With the number 1 pick in the 2023 Nerd Chat Fantasy Critic League, X Bacon Gaming, what do you select as your number 1 game?
It's the easy one, Nintendo Sims.
Oh, you bastard.
No, I know it was.
It has to be.
Zelda.
I'm in this to win.
All right. I'm up.
Okay.
I'm up.
Yep.
This is tough, you guys.
Old Guy Gaming, display name Daddy D.
This
Wally.
is tough, you guys. This is really tough. Because I know all those Sony ponies and those simps out there. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And Insomniac doesn't miss, rightfully so. The smart choice would be to go with Spider-Man 2 right here. But I'm not going to do it. No, everybody's down on this game. Nobody knows what it's going to be. I'm sticking with my Xbox fandom. I'm taking Starfield with the number 2 overall pick. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm rolling the dice.
Right.
I don't want to ride or die with Spider-Man. Okay, I'm rolling the dice. I'm taking Starfield.
Okay, and I don't know. It still says select the game. Why is it not add game to publisher?
There we go.
Can you guys see there?
I'm not even in it. We can just write it
perfect.
down. We trust you. We'll write it down as we go. Who's number 3?
No,
it's in there.
Bacon's in it.
I see
Jose's in
Starfield.
it. Dude, it takes 3 seconds to log in. Yeah, we're good.
I'm ready. Can I go?
The third pick.
Wait, Jose, it lets you pick?
Yeah, it says there's a button at the top that says you can draft, and I click draft and I can choose.
Dan, just get in there. I don't need to do this for you. You're not 7.
All right, so I'm gonna go number 1 pick. I'm gonna take Spider-Man 2 because I love Spider-Man 1, even though I'm not a Sony guy. I think it's a dumb pick not to take it. I'm going Spider-Man 2,
and I don't blame you, Jose. I again, those were the top ones for me, and
all right, so I get back to back.
Does it have my pick here? Is it on my team?
Is there a blue?
Did you do it for me, Chance? I can't log in.
No, I'm up.
No, but did you put him on my team?
He put Starfield.
Yeah, when I look at the games right now, I see.
Okay, then you can just keep doing it for me.
I don't have one.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I
will do it for you, and I'm going to charge you for that. All right, with the 4th pick, I am going. I'm going. This one. Shout out to Ains here. I'm doing this just for you, buddy. I am selecting Diablo 4.
That's a good pick, bud. That's a good pick.
Yes. So
that's your Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, exactly, right. All right. And this is going to hurt my soul because I was just kind of talking trash about this game, but I'm going to use my head. Like, again, this is my money talking, not my heart talking. I'm going Final Fantasy 16.
Ooh, I don't know about that. That's rolling the dice for sure.
I think that's a hot take.
Game.
Hot take.
So.
Go ahead, Jose, with your next pick, right?
Yep. I am going to take another one I'm pumped for in March, and it's the only thing that would maybe consider competing with Starfield.
Don't do it.
RE4.
No,
baby.
you son of a
RE4.
Oh,
I think it's going to be a great game, and it's going to hit hard on all the platforms.
That was going to be my pick. You son of a
collusion.
All right, Old Guy Gaming, you're up.
I'm going to take a safe pick right here. Forza Motorsport. It's guaranteed 9.
Whoa,
guaranteed
heavy
9
on the
on
first
it.
party.
Ooh, okay.
And you're still making me do this for you.
Thank you.
So Hogwarts Legacy it is. All right, moving on.
Bacon, what are your next 2 picks?
I'm waiting for the draft board to update here so I can make a pick.
I think he's taking.
No, don't say it. No, stop.
No, it should have.
Right,
I hit it. Is it good?
We good.
Okay.
Pikmin 4.
I'm going, since I'm back to back here, I got carte blanche, and I'm a big fan of the Jedi.
Of course you
are. Jedi Survivor. And then I'm going to follow it up with my indie darling.
Oh,
and I am going Hollow Knight Silksong.
Yeah.
You guys are done.
$20 over.
Mine.
That's what I was going to do.
Bacon.
That's what I was going to do. God dang it.
Oh, Bacon.
It's over.
Well,
let me X out of the one screen and back into this other screen so that I can draft
Bacon,
for 12-year-old Daniel over here.
You really messed me up here.
I didn't take RE4.
I wanted RE4 and I wanted it's all over. You know what? I've been on the first party wagon. I might as well just continue. Give me Redfall at this point.
All right. I'm going to have to type that one in here because it is not coming up on the top 10 list. Redfall.
I think it's on page 2 of that list.
Yeah, it's number 32.
I thought we weren't doing any research and looking at these.
There is no research. It's
cheaters,
if you would log in like the rest of
looking.
us did. Jesus.
Next pick, Jose.
So this was hard for me because
Yeah, it's all wild card at
What
this point.
what I probably should pick, I don't want to because I've just fallen off being in favor of them. So I'm gonna pick the Dead Space remake. That's gonna be my number 3. Stay in that
Yeah,
genre.
I thought
It will
about
be
it.
your number one.
I thought about it.
That's what I'm gonna take. Let check it right now. Sorry. Selected, drafted. All right, that's who I picked.
All right, I am up. I gotta do this, and it's because I am currently playing Gotham Knights right now, and I am so sad in how bad that game has been, and they need to rebound big time.
Completely different studio,
And I
but it's okay.
really, I understand. I'm saying like the Gotham universe, Batman needs a rebound, and I think Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League will be that rebound. So that's what I'm going with.
Oh my gosh,
of a
I'm
reach.
projected
I like
fourth
it.
in points. This is
Now,
absolutely heinous.
yeah, I know probably a bit of a reach, sure. Now with this one again, I'm probably not going to play this game. It would be really low on my list, but I'm going Street Fighter 6.
Oh,
You can have it.
Yeah, that's fair.
how do fighting games even Metacritic? Is it?
So how do I log
really
in to
paid
do my
attention.
picks here? What do I do?
Oh my god, really? We're halfway
I'm
through
here.
and now you're going to?
You told me to do it, so I logged in.
It's at the top.
It should
Yeah.
be so up at the top. You should have a big old blue box that says "Draft is currently in progress." You see that?
That's because
Yeah,
Chappelle's
yeah.
gonna go, and then once
As
he
soon as
goes, then
Chappelle
yours will
picks,
go
then
green.
it'll turn
Okay,
green
got
and
it.
it'll say
All right. This is not in my alley at all, but I'm trying to do with my head here a little bit more than my heart as much as I can. I'm going to take Fire Emblem Engage.
That's pretty smart.
Never heard of it.
I mean,
Literally, I've
Listen,
never heard
I'm
of
not a
Nintendo says
JRPG
no.
guy, but there are lots of them out there, and it releases on my birthday. So that seems like a good sign.
Hey, all right, I like that.
Yeah, it's fair.
it. Okay.
All right, Dan, did yours show green now?
Draft a game. So I have to type it in
No.
here.
Nope.
No?
You can scroll down and there's a top 10 list and you can scroll over or you can type
So
it in.
these
if
are the
you're gonna-
ones that are saying that they're projecting are available.
Mhm.
I don't like any of these. I'll be honest.
And pick what you want.
You know what? I do have one. Wait, let me see if it pops up here. If I type in, I'll go with Sea of Stars. I'm gonna go with Sea of Stars.
Don't even know what that is.
So
All
I
right.
collect it. It's from the
It's
people
Kyle
who made
did
The
it, right?
Messenger. Yep, Kyle is also very high on it. It's gonna be a little RPG. How do I select? Oh, I have to. Okay, there it is. Select.
Hit
And
that,
then
and
down there's
the
an
bottom will say
orange
draft. Yeah.
Yep.
Draft
And then
game.
it should kick over to Bacon up twice in a row.
Oh, here we go. All right, boys. I'm gonna use my brain here. I'm sticking with this, and the first one reviewed very well. So, Octopath Traveler, it is.
Chance did not like
Yeah,
it.
you
for
can
the
have
record.
that. Yeah, you can have
Yeah.
that. That's literally.
And then
You can have that.
I can have that. This one doesn't have a date on it, so I'm concerned it ain't gonna make the year. But they've told us it's gonna make the year. Hades 2.
Ah, yeah. See, and if it does, man, that could be a steal of the draft
That's mine.
right there.
Okay.
That's my
That
rookie.
could
right
be
there.
that could be like a 97 Bacon.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. About
How is the projection only giving it a 7? That's
No, these are
horrible.
like, who knows what these are.
If that game releases
No.
this year,
That's
gonna
the points below
carry you.
average. Points is 32. No. 49. That's what it says projected.
49.
Or that's
I don't
that's like
understand.
hype factor. My bad.
Yeah,
Hype factor?
that's great pick, Bacon.
Thank you.
Oh,
Real
this
low
is
floor,
tough. This is
monster
tough,
ceiling.
Guys. This is we're getting into no
There are
guarantees.
so many good games out there.
I know that's why I'm
So
happy
many
with
good
10,
games.
but I was like, shit, do we need to do like 25 on here?
No, trust me.
Who would I
this is
think
gonna
there's
be-
that many games coming out? I mean, that's
No,
a
there's
lot
lots,
of games.
dude.
Oh, when I was making
What about-
before I knew Fantasy Critic existed, I had 200.
Oh, wait, no mind. It's right here.
on our list.
I'm taking
Yeah.
I'm taking this one. That's right. What was I thinking? I'm taking the unannounced potential Elden Ring DLC.
That's an option?
You got it. It's right here.
Really?
Where's that at on
Yeah,
here?
eat that, boys.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to look for
It
that
says
one.
your league
Probably
cannot
pretty good.
override these warnings. The game is not eligible because expansion pack tag has been banned. Can you change that for me?
Ooh.
No, I can't. It's already
Because we're
Change
mid
it.
draft, you
change
can't
that.
change it.
Change it.
I literally can't change it. Do
We'd
you
have to
not remember
reset the
warning?
draft.
Hey, click next, and you
I
cannot
want
change
Elden
settings.
Ring though. That's not fair. This applies.
Jesus Christ, Daniel.
What? It's true. Chance, this was on my list. I literally have it right here.
Oh, so you did research?
Yes.
No.
I wrote down
But you got
games.
mad at
Elden
us for doing
Ring.
research.
I wrote it down.
Yeah.
I think we'd
So-
have to reset the draft.
We're literally not going back to reset the draft. So
That's well, okay. Well, then what about Cyberpunk DLC? There's another one I wanted to draft. Is that
That one's on here, I thought.
available?
But
Phantom
probably the
Liberty is
league
on
rules.
here.
I don't know. Type it in.
Phantom Liberty's on here.
Ineligible. See, we're gonna.
I thought
That's
we
really-
agreed on remakes only.
No, I
but
said
not
DLC
Huh.
expansions.
I'll give you 5 points. Let's just.
No, that's
Pick a good
not how it works. These should be eligible, you guys. So
Oh
I'm
my
just saying that
God,
it's
Daniel. They're not.
watch
Move
watch
on.
when they are massive hits.
Great.
But we can't pick it either, man. So it's not like it's
it's
unfair.
No, I'm
for
saying
us.
we
It's not like
should
I'm
be
going to
able
change the
to.
rules. Now that Bacon's up, we can do DLC.
Ooh, hype factor. What is the hype factor? What's a high hype factor? What were these other games? Can someone look at one?
Like higher is better in hype factor.
Where it
How do they judge hype factor? Honestly, is it Twitter?
I think that might
There's
be
a lot of mentions
subjective.
of this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, while he's still deciding, I'd like to point out that we each have they're called publisher names. So this is like your team name, as if you were going to publish all these games. Bacon coming in with Sizzling That Bacon Gaming. I love it. Daniel with Old Guy Gaming. Jose with Hocus Chip Hocus. Great one.
pretty good.
And yours truly, Vandalay Industries. If you
Love
don't
it.
understand that restaurant or reference,
Restaurant.
all right, I selected
I feel bad for you.
All right, what'd you pick?
Wolong Fallen Dynasty, even though I wanted Elden
All
Ring
right.
DLC. This is
All
BS.
right.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I'm going
no,
to take
no.
Hogwarts Legacy. I think that's a wild card, but there's a chance it could hit big. I'm going to
Okay.
go with. I'm going
All
to
right.
take that one.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, I
loves.
think Kyle would appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I may pick it up. Not right away. I'll wait for a sale, but maybe a summer
Yeah.
game for me.
Yeah. Gosh, I really want to do this one. I feel like
I just want to
have
point out another one that could have been drafted: the Forza Horizon next expansion. Next year, we
Yep,
better get
but
this
it's-
right. Thank you. That's all I'm going to say.
Jesus Christ, Daniel! I don't like.
All right, Chance, go ahead. It's okay.
God.
Just pick.
I'm gonna go in the same line as Bacon went here. This game might not release this year, but if it does, it's gonna be a banger. So I'm going Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon from Software. Drafting that one.
That's fresh.
And then for my next pick, and this one, 100% going with my gut, Liza P.
Ooh, that's okay.
Might not even release, but sorry.
That was your 6th pick, right?
Let's see. 1, 2. Yep.
Okay. All right, for 6 for me, I'm gonna go. I have never played these games. That's why I feel weird picking it, but I feel like I would be dumb not to. I'm gonna take Like a Dragon Ishin as my number 6.
Playing with your brain, not with your heart. I like
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Like I maybe my heart said I would love that game, but I don't know for sure. So it feels a little guilty, but I'm gonna take it. All right, you're up, Dan.
Draft game. Here we go. Oh, look at Pikmin 4. That'd probably be a smart pick, but
It doesn't have a release date, to be fair. It's estimated this year.
It doesn't seem interesting at all. I really want to do Alan Wake 2. Okay, so explain this to me then. Why is Horizon Call of the Mountain available?
It's a VR game.
For
Oh,
VR.
I thought that was
It's not an
Burning
expansion.
Shores. Sorry, I
Game,
thought
yeah.
it was Burning Shores. Fine. I hope this game comes out. This is risky. I don't.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a
Is
trophy.
this going to come out this year?
Oh, I like that idea, Bacon.
Yeah,
I'll work on that.
backdrop.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
I'm really
The
torn
not
here.
Dan winning trophy.
This game going to make it. You know what? Remedy doesn't usually miss. If this game comes out, it'll be good.
All right.
I select Alan Wake 2.
Perfect.
Ooh, next winner now. Ooh, Forspoken. Oh no. Ugh. All right, boys. I got to do it. I got this one soon. Soon to be reviewed. Atomic Heart. Let's go.
That's a good
all
one.
right. I'm
first one on the
hopeful for
board.
you.
It'll be the first one on the board.
I hope it
I
goes
hope
well.
All
you
right, and
win
your
with
next
that
pick,
one, yeah.
Bacon.
Yeah, I know. I got really excited and my crescendo, and it's all coming down. Gotta stick with these simps. Bayonetta? No, that's not. Is that DLC? Huh? I love me drafted. Never mind. Bayonetta it is. They love Bayonetta.
All right, now it's time to get crazy.
Hey, Skull and Bones is on there.
Don't pick that.
How crazy you gonna get, bud?
You know, I could go safe right here. But this is the year of dreams. This is
Yep.
the year of
Go big or go
Xbox
home.
first party. Ride or die Xbox this year for old guy gaming.
Minecraft.
That would be a smart pick right here.
It would be.
Taking one from Bubble Boy. Hellblade 2.
You can tell us what you picked? Oh, if that releases,
think
It
it's
comes
coming
out this
out? You
year,
know.
boys.
If
It's
that
time.
releases,
We saw this
man.
back in
Ooh,
2019.
boy.
They had been working on it for
Ooh,
years
boy.
before then. Fall. It's coming out.
Yep.
Year of dreams right here. Ride or die with Xbox for Team Old Guy
Yep.
Gaming.
All right. Sorry, I was reading through all these. All right, I am gonna take. Nope, that's not a good one. That's not a good one. I also haven't played this in a long time, but Dan keeps raving about it, so I'm gonna take. Oh no, I can't. Never mind. Sorry, I can't. That's a non-eligible one.
Where are you seeing? How do you see that
Exactly.
it's not when?
This draft,
Don't you?
it's caca.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
And
it.
I also did say chance 10 at the beginning. I'm looking back at the check script. You just ignored my 10.
I don't.
And then you
I
said
know
15
I
afterwards.
did because.
Thank
How
you.
about let's talk about what I said, which is I don't want a lot of banter here. Tell me one thing, yes or no to this, and that turned into 73 texts later.
All right, I am gonna take. God, this is actually pretty hard at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll
You
be
know,
honest,
I'm gonna take
guys.
it. This is a.
I'm looking at Bacon.
This is a random one.
Stacked. He got the best draft order.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Stalker 2.
Yeah, I
I know
like
that's
the
a
pick.
risk.
I like the pick.
But I
Jose.
want to
like
support
the
them,
pick.
man. I'm super pumped
I
for
like
that
the
pick. I'm
pick.
going to take that
I
one.
like it.
Stalker 2 for
Ukraine.
me.
I like that, Jose. That's
Because I think it could be a big hit if
many
it can
games
if
do
it
we
comes out. It may not though. That's the
Mm,
concern.
Looks incredible.
I know.
Yep.
All
And
right,
I feel
Chance,
like
you're up.
now I got to go one that at least has a definitive release date on here, since I haven't for the last couple. I'm really hopeful about this game. I loved all its spiritual successors. Going with System Shock coming out March.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
Jose, did you take
And,
Ishin?
I did take
Okay.
Ishin.
Where am I? I only got 2. No, I get 3 more. All right. Gosh.
Really wish I could trade. I want Hogwarts really bad.
Who's gonna take Forspoken? Did anybody like? I liked Dead Island.
I did too,
liked
but
it.
I worry.
as a risky one, I think, in terms of
Critical
points.
Jose,
Points,
will
I
you
mean,
quit giving him
yeah.
advice and just say, yeah, I liked it?
No, yeah,
I liked it. It was wonderful.
Dead Island, fantastic.
It's a great game.
Great game. Good story.
This is so hard.
Character development for days.
Oh, does it? Okay, then I guess I will have to go with that one. I don't want to do this.
We do get 2 minutes in the NFL draft.
Sorry. Oh, Dead Island 2.
All right.
Okay.
Who's next? Jose again?
Yeah, hang on. All right, I'm gonna take.
Man, me and Bubble Boy ranked real low on this list. It's between Jose and Bacon.
This one I've heard of. I just don't know a whole lot about.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna take Wild Hearts.
Okay, go for it.
Take that. All right.
You go with your heart.
I like it. Okay, guys. I'm in a tough situation here, Bacon. Do I go with the safe pick?
You need the points.
Dude.
Looking at these projections, you should
yeah,
go
and
safe.
you know what? If these games hit, if Xbox first party hits, you guys, I'm going to be sitting real pretty.
We're done.
I'm showing some faith right now. Safe pick. Man, how many more do we have? We have 7 on.
You're on 8. You're on 8 of
so
10.
8, 9, 10. So I have 3 more. Just to show a little bit of diversity. Oh, man, I don't want Pikmin, you guys. I don't want. I mean,
do it.
I know nothing about
You're here
it.
to win.
It's a great
But
game.
I probably,
legitimately.
I probably should select it. I know nothing about it, and it's a Nintendo. When is this supposed to come out? Estimated.
Estimated. That could.
Man.
It's a gamble, bud. It's a gamble.
If you don't take it, I'm taking
Minecraft
it. I'm here
is
to win.
There. You know what? Oh, this sucks. Oh, you son of a gun. I'm taking crappy Nintendo. Pikmin 4.
That's smart.
Ooh.
That's smart.
It could be big for you.
Nintendo,
bud.
yeah, and think about how
They
Nintendo
sold the most
games
consoles.
Get yeah. They'll get a 97.
I know a lot of people like it. I know nothing about it. I've never played one. So, and I'm worried about that no release date, but Nintendo needs something, right? I guess they have Zelda. All right, Bacon.
I don't even see Minecraft on here. Is it just not even?
No, it's further down, man.
If you just type in the search, it'll pop it up too. All right, so I have 2 more
You
picks.
gotta go a little.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Minecraft. I got to.
Okay. What's your
Gotta
next
support
one?
a little. Oh, my next one. This is. Assassin's Creed, maybe, but let's go a little PC here. Got to show my PC fans some love, and Warhammer's big on that, so we'll
Copy that.
There we go. Yeah.
All right.
Space Marine 2, right? Bacon, just making sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So next winter, Chance, you can take that Final Fantasy 7. I just don't see that. I just don't see that game coming. I'm not gonna lie.
It says next winter, dude. That's a huge gamble.
I just don't see that happening. I'm gonna go with one that I hope comes out this year. Again, I'm rolling the dice, but everything I've seen of this, come on, it needs to be time. Replaced is my pick. Replace.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, for mine, I am not into this at all, and I'm not planning obviously on getting it, but my theory here is that the people that are going to pay the money for this are going to be high on it regardless. So I am going to take Call of the Mountain, Horizon Call of the Mountain VR.
You can have it.
All right.
You can have that one.
Yeah. Such a small install base, so it's gonna.
But it's about this critic score.
Yeah,
it's about the score, not the number of players.
Okay.
I know. I really wanted a different.
I got drafted. Sorry.
We got to remember to have new expansions on here next year because I got screwed out of 3 picks.
How big of a deal?
It is a big deal. Elden Ring DLC. You're telling me you don't want that chance? Or Phantom
I don't
Liberty?
even see it on here, bud.
It is on there. It's unannounced Elden Ring. I was selecting it. It's there.
But it's only rated at a 6, man. I don't know if that's enough to sway the draft.
Announced. We don't know, but it's coming.
We'll see.
Yeah. God, you got me all thrown off because I just had the one I was gonna pick. Where the hell is it? Oh, yes. I am going Last Case of Benedict
you
Fox.
son of a...
I was just searching for that. It is in my search right now.
Yep.
You
Yep, I think
that's a good call.
Pentiment, that can, and so this is my last pick, right? I
Yeah.
got one more here. This is it. God, I know my projections are not looking good right now.
I mean,
and
apparently Jose's going to win by it's not even close. I just want to point out I have jumped up. You are. This is. It all depends, you guys. This is. Although I do look at Jose's, and I'm like, he had literally every pick I wanted. He picked right before me, and he's pissing me off.
Man, always.
It's a ladder draft, but that's not possible.
You picked before me on Resident Evil. That was
half
the big
of
one.
them.
Math says so. Yeah.
I mean, where did it go? Oh my gosh.
You start off strong, but then your last one's meh. But man, if Xbox,
I have to. Okay, I'm going. I don't want to do this, but I have to. I'm going WrestleQuest.
Yep, that's a good one, dude. That's a good one for you.
WrestleQuest. Yep.
Seal it. Lock it in.
Yep.
That's not even on my list here.
Me neither.
WrestleQuest?
No.
Go ahead, Jose.
Page 7.
Page 7.
Mm-hmm.
Deep pick.
All right, this is the last one for me, I think.
Ooh, I forgot about that one.
Man. I mean, at this point, they're all pretty comparable in terms of
go with something you want to be good.
Well, I played this and I actually liked it a lot, but I didn't finish it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the Dead Cells Return. Oh no, that's an expansion.
Dude, I was literally just going to pick that. You son of a...
No, I can't pick it. It's an expansion. I can't take it. So sorry. That's on me.
Of course it is.
I don't understand because...
Okay, I'm going to take a huge risk here. I'm going to take Assassin's Creed. I'm going to take Assassin's Creed.
What does that have to do with me?
Way to go, Commish. I should have just set this up. AC Mirage,
Jesus.
Good pick, Jose.
You did a fine job. You did fine.
You did a great job, Chance. I'm great with
Jose.
If I had allowed that, he'd have found something else to bitch about.
No. I made it clear in the text group. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, Tekken 8 is supposed to come out this year?
That's the rumor.
Ooh, completely forgot about Tekken 8.
TBA.
That's your sleeper pick. Tekken 8.
Let me just see this. Why am I in caps lock right now?
Just saying, Skull and Bones, early fiscal year.
That's not good.
Just saying.
Oh, man. Is it coming out, Bacon? Is Tekken 8 coming out?
Yeah, that was in Sony's show. Sony hits all their dates.
Did it say 2023 on the announcement?
Actually, I don't know. I don't
want to what were you gonna say? Oh.
It says TBA on here, man. That's their official thing.
Oh man.
There was a playable demo they showed at the Sony show, so yeah, it's playable.
Flintlock.
I saw Flintlock. I thought about Cocoon.
Expanse.
I wanted the Dead Cells.
You could pick like Persona 4, dude, on Switch.
Is Persona 4 on there?
Mm-hmm. On Switch, like the Switch version.
Not on Switch.
Releases this month.
Well, no, I mean on
Xbox.
Xbox.
I don't think
it's on here. I'm looking at it right now. I assure you can draft it.
Really? Why is that not on Switch already?
Why are we not showing?
Doesn't that sound like a Switch game?
Top available. Sorry. Oh, and do you guys had a watch list too? So wait. Are we since we can't do DLCs, are we still allowing, hey, if you find out a game is not being released this year, you get to pick a new game as soon as it's found out? Why not?
It's a best ball league, just like if you drafted.
But Chance, I'm saying in every other league I've listened to, they have everybody gets the option to draft.
That's great. That's not an option. I said I did it like a best ball league.
We need to do it where you can pick up, because that's lame. Would you not be able to pick up a free agent in fantasy football, Chance?
Not in a best ball league, no.
Have you ever done that in your life?
Yes.
I do it about 7 teams every year.
7 teams, best ball. You cannot pick up any free agents. I don't believe you.
Correct.
That's a lot of
Do you want
money.
to see him on here? I'll put him on my.
That's a
We need
lot
to
of
change this
Pick your
next
choose. You
year.
gotta choose your game
we got to
plan. We've
change
been here
this
for
for
10
next
minutes.
year.
Because those are all
We need to
those are all
change this
set and
for
forget.
next year.
Really?
Okay, for
I
next
did
year we
too.
can.
That was a lot this year.
Got a
So
lot of
they're
changes.
not, but Bacon, there's no effort in them. Like
Okay.
it's essentially just because the draft is typically the most enjoyable part for everybody.
All right.
You just draft, and you draft like a really, really big team. Everybody has like 4 quarterbacks, and there's only 6 people in
Bacon.
each league.
Last 2 or last 1?
Last one. This is Mr. Irrelevant here.
Wait, who did Dan
Tekken
pick?
8.
Big Tekken.
Didn't they say that was 2024? It's just last week they announced that.
Did they?
I'm kidding.
I have no idea.
I
I don't know why they would show it last year.
Shut that
Oh,
cat up.
there's Skull and Bones. It's right there.
He's right there. I'm
You're
sorry.
not going to do that, Bacon.
Oh,
God,
no.
there's way better games.
I'm not. But I am going to pick the one that had a ton of hype, and it only says 2023.
Yeah, me too. I've got a lot of
Black
those.
Myth WukOn. Black Myth.
What?
Okay, it's finished. Okay, I
The
got a
draft
warning.
is complete. From
Yes.
here, you can make bids for games that were not drafted. However, you may want to hold on to your available budget until later in the year. I think we didn't do that, though.
It's
Maybe
giving
we
us a
did,
countdown
Daniel.
timer.
Oh my
It's
gosh!
one
I'm
day,
pretty
20
sure that
hours.
should be an option. Why do we have $100? Yeah.
It's absolutely an option. I'm telling you. I thought so. Let's go to C League options.
Wait, while
games.
Chance is looking that up, here are the
I'm
final
looking it
teams
up right
I'm
now.
going to announce. With the first pick, he had the first pick in this was Bacon, sizzling that bacon as his team. He has The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Hollow Knight, Silksong, Octopath Traveler 2, Hades 2, Atomic Heart, Bayonetta Origins, Minecraft Legends, Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2, and Black Myth Wukong. With the second pick, Daddy Diwali, who's all in on Xbox, Starfield, Forza Motorsport, Redfall, Sea of Stars, Wolong Fallen Dynasty, Alan Wake 2, Senwa Saga, Hellblade 2, please come out, Pikmin 4 replaced, also please come out, Tekken 8. With the third pick in the draft, Hocus Chipocus, Chipotle Bear selected. He's got a stacked team here, folks. He got the great picks. Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4 remake, Dead Space remake, Fire Emblem Engage, Hogwarts Legacy, Like a Dragon Ishin, Stalker 2, Wild Hearts, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Assassin's Creed Mirage. And with the fourth pick, Vandalay Industries, Bubble Boy and 7 selected, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16, Suicide Squad, Street Fighter 6, Armored Core 6, Lies of P, System Shock, Dead Island 2, The Last Case of Benedict Fox, and WrestleQuest. There it is, you guys. If you'd like to keep track, please follow us. I think, can they just look this league up? I'm assuming you can. Just look up.
It's a public league.
The Nerd Chat podcast over on fantasycritic.games. Tell us who thinks you're going to win just by projections on hype, whatever that means.
Make sure you know that.
Chipotle Bear's got 98 points, followed by X Bacon came
Impressive.
or actually followed by me. I snuck into second place somehow.
Yep.
With 81.78.
81.78.
Bacon with 81.55. And then Bubble Boy at 76.42 projected points. Again,
Chipo's got the first 4 coming out. If you look at the release dates.
Oh man, he's gonna be.
Yeah,
we're gonna know
he's gonna have a huge
real
lead.
quick if Chipotle Bear's winning this league, guys. Let's close the show like we always do with the best food we had this week. I can go first since I am talking. I believe I wrote in the notes. I sent a picture of it to you guys. I had delicious ballpark beef franks, some suddenly salad, bacon ranch. For dinner the other night. It was delicious. Also throw in some Ruffles cheddar and sour cream, aka crack cocaine of potato chips, the number one best chip. It's not even close. Sorry to Bubble Boy because he can't eat stuff like this.
No.
Oh, and by the way, they're real
And
they're
exactly, you better
spectacular.
believe it. And then
Yeah.
I have to give a shout out to Rana ravioli with mozzarella. Allie randomly picked this up. Delicious. I'm not a big ravioli kind of guy. This blew my mind. So I highly recommend when you're at the supermarket sometime, Rana mozzarella ravioli. Chipotle Bear, what was the best food you had this week?
So I had Chipotle twice. I had it on Sunday with my parents, and hang on, it was delicious, and I'm very grateful with my parents, but it was the smallest burrito that I've literally ever seen.
That's what she said.
And it was delightful, but literally everyone in my family was like, "That's a pretty small burrito," and I was like,
Was everyone small? Like,
Ooh, was it the
because
Wadsworth
they all got
one?
bowls, and theirs were huge. But for some reason they were just in a hurry that night, whatever. So, but here's the cool part: my buddy Zach Morris, Dan knows Zach. It was his birthday on Tuesday, and so our secretary Pam hooked us up with some Chipotle, and it was redemption. It was absolutely delightful, really, really awesome. And then in addition to that, last night at my in-laws' house, we had some steak and potatoes. Man, we don't have steak very often just because Victoria doesn't eat red meat, and honestly, I don't eat that much steak. But it was delightful. It was a great steak. We made steak quesadillas tonight for the girls. Absolutely delicious stuff. I haven't been to Popeyes in a while, and I'm getting a hankering. So hopefully that will be here sometime real soon, but we'll see. How about Bacon or Chance? What's the best thing you ate this week?
Mine's short and sweet. I had some good times today for right before the show. Some wild fries. Big Daddy Bacon Cheeseburger.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's heck yeah.
Wrong with that.
That's about it for me. So
I ate that vicariously through him just now. So that was the best food I had this week, was his Big Daddy Bacon Cheeseburger.
Solid.
All right, gentlemen, this has been the Nerd Chat, an Xbox podcast number 89. We had a great time talking about some Xbox news and doing the Fantasy Critic League. Excited to see how that plays out. You can follow the show at the Nerd Chat across all social media. People, if people want to write in, Jose, where can they write in? What's our email?
You can write to us always at the nerdchatpodcast@gmail.com, or you can slide into those DMs on all social media.
Very nice. My name is Daddy Duwally. You can follow me at Daddy Duwally across all social media. Chipotle Bear, where can people find you?
You can find me on that Twitter sphere, Chipotle_Bear. You can also find me on Instagram at Chipotle Bear. And if you want to see the darndest, cutest image of Martin Luther King this weekend, you make sure you check out that Instagram Scarlet Drew one, and it's the best thing I've ever seen in years. So look for that.
Very nice. Bubble Boy, where can people find you?
Sleeping in on Monday because, believe it or not, Ashley and the girls have school on Monday because for some reason Kiowa doesn't recognize holidays. I know, as much as I want to be upset about it, I'm like, well, I get to sleep
So
in
long,
a quiet.
Bacon, where can people find you?
You can find me on all the socials at X Bacon Gaming, all one word, and on YouTube as well, X Bacon Gaming.
As always, gentlemen, see you online.
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 Did you hear I finally graduated?
Yeah, in just a shade under a decade, too. All right.
You know, a lot of people go to college for 7 years.
I know. They're called doctors.
The Nerd Chat, an Xbox podcast, is a podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. The show was created by Daniel Walenzik, and you can follow him at Daddy Diwali across all social media. The assistant to the co-host is Jose Martinez, and you can follow him at Chipotle_Bear. The assistant to the co-host is Chance Siegel, and you can follow him at BubbleBoyN7. The intern to the assistant to the co-hosts is Jason Jarrett, and you can follow him at XBaconGaming. You can also follow the show at the Nerd Chat across all social media. And if you'd like to find out more about the show, visit nerdchatmedia.com.